Well, that referendum on Scottish independence set to take place next month, in about 10 months' time. Next year, I'm sorry. One revered peer in the UK said recently that Britain's constantly morphing constitutional landscape needs an ace cartographer to make sense of it. And Robert Hazel is the one that we have found. I asked him a few hours ago why Scotland is now seeking independence.
The driving force is the classic one of a historic nation which was once an independent state with its own parliament, and until 1603 they had their own separate monarchy, which wants, if you like, to rediscover that independent statehood. And the Scottish National Party, currently in government in Scotland, maintain that they can't achieve sufficient autonomy while remaining part of the UK.
Now, this isn't the first time that we've seen a bid for independence in Scotland. What happened last time?
Well, it is the first time formally that the Scottish National Party have been in government in Scotland with a majority in the Scottish Parliament, and so the first time that they can actually have a referendum on independence. And the UK government has facilitated that. It's not stood in their way.
So what is the cost-benefit analysis here?
Well, the Scottish government, the Scottish National Party, maintain that an independent Scotland would have much greater freedom to control its own economic destiny in particular. And they used to point to what they call the Ark of Prosperity of Ireland and Iceland and Norway. They're now a bit quiet about Ireland and Iceland since the banking crisis of about 5 years ago. But they still point to Norway, for example, as a small Nordic country, similar population, about 5 million people, North Sea oil, and so they say, we want to be like Norway.
North Sea oil reserves dwindling, as we know. Scotland has an ageing population, so even Salmond would admit that Scots would pay higher taxes as a result of Scottish independence going forward. Can you see this? Can you see the Scots saying yes to this?
It's most unlikely, according to all the opinion polls, that next September the Scots will vote yes. The opinion polls consistently for the last 30 years or so have shown that only about a quarter to a third of Scots would support independence. And faced with a real ballot paper next year, with real results, if they think about their wallets, the likelihood is the Scots will certainly vote no.
That would be the cost. Where's the benefit?
Well, the benefit is the one that Salmond holds out, of greater freedom to set their own economic destiny in particular, to have their own rates of corporation tax, which would probably be much lower, as in Ireland, and free from all the other things about the rest of the UK that the SNP in particular dislike.